Hey, good morning, everyone. It's 8:52. I apologize for being 2 minutes late. Hope everyone is great today. For the next 15 minutes, I'm going to focus on getting my chart ready for today's trading. Take a look at the results of the red folder event. Let's just take a look. Today's Thursday. We had prelim quarterly GDP, expecting 2.3, and we got 2.3. And then unemployment claims forecast was 222,000, and we came in at 242,000. Wow, so that's a big difference. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with the daily. I was looking at the market overnight. I like to check the market overnight and early morning before I take my dog out. I haven't even had a coffee this morning. And here I am, but hopefully after I review the chart, I'll have time for a coffee before the market opens. So yesterday, we had this doji candle. We've had 4 days consecutively of downward direction on the market. And then yesterday, we had this doji candle. It was a tricky day to trade yesterday. Lots and lots of wicks. Price action was just very, very difficult. Big retracements. I almost felt like it was a what does ICT call it? I can't even remember. He's got a name for it. Usually it can happen on some Fridays. Seek and destroy. That's what it felt like yesterday. Seek and destroy. Anyway, I was able to get a good trade in the afternoon. You can find that on my YouTube channel. I think it was 104 points. So that was a nice run. That's the kind of run that I like to look for. Okay, so overnight, we've got a little bit of an uptick here. I think we are trading above midnight, but we'll look into that shortly. So what I'm looking for here is just to get my levels on here. Let's take a look. I'm going to put this daily candle on here. This is a buy side. And I put a D for daily. I'm going to take out this order block from yesterday. And we still have these two daily SIBIs that are in play. So that's the daily. We'll go down to the 4 hour. I'm looking for areas of liquidity, any areas where price has returned to more than once. We've got our opening range gap from Tuesday that we have not filled. Price could stretch for that today if it were going to be bullish. That's an area definitely. Let's see. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to take the hourly fair value gaps out and I'll just reset them. This is an order block on the 5 minutes. I'm going to take this out. This was from yesterday's afternoon trade. Okay, so here's my midnight vertical and here is midnight horizontal. So what I'm looking for is prior to the market opening, has price been above midnight or below midnight? So seeing that it's above midnight, the way that I look at this is that there's a great likelihood that price is going to move below midnight during today's price action. So we want to buy above midnight and, sell above midnight and buy below midnight. I've already put in my, on the daily, I put in previous day high. So here's our previous day high from Wednesday, previous day low. And I've already put in my let's see here. My settlement price from last night. So the settlement price is the 414 close candle from the previous day market. And we use that as a baseline to find the daily org. So I'm just going to throw something on here, settlement. I've got price up here. This won't be exact, but I'll refine it as we get closer to 9:30 a.m. And this is Thursday, Feb 27th. Okay, so I'll put that on the mark, put that on our chart. While I'm here, I'm going to put 9:30 open. And I'm also going to put in the 4 a.m. I like to look at pre-market. So we have 4 a.m. And I'm going to put in the high and the low from the pre-market. I'll adjust this slightly. Pre-market high and pre-market low. Okay. While I'm here, I'm also going to drop in London high, London low. And drop in London low. And I'm going to do the same for Asia, high and low. And Asia low. Okay. I'm going to go back to the 1 hour. I'm going to remove any hourly swing highs or lows that are no longer relevant, and I'm looking for anything that is relevant. And I'm also looking for areas, fair value gaps on the hourly. Higher time frame is what I'm looking for. Any volume imbalances? I'm looking for volume imbalances. Okay, I'm going to move down to the 15 minutes. Hey, good morning. Just doing my chart review here if you've just joined recently. So I'm down on the 15 minute. We have this area up here on the 15 minute. Price could reach put that as a buy side. On the 15 minute. I'm going to put a sell side down here. Again, that's on the 15 minute. I'm going to go down to the 5 minute. So price has really been climbing since it opened last night at 6 p.m. Here's the fair value, the first fair value gap from Tuesday morning, 2 mornings ago. You can see how price continues to return to it as per what ICT suggests. And I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute, make sure my pre-market high and low are correct. Yep. Hey, good morning if you're just joining. Hello. Okay, and on the 1 minute, I'm also looking for areas of liquidity that price could take a run for. This is our high from this morning. If price continues up here, I've put in this dash line. This was the daily change of character to the downside. So that was a significant level when price broke structure to the downside. And I think that happened on Monday or Tuesday. Let's just take a look on the higher time frame. Let's take a look at the week. Just to give us a bearing of where we are in the week. So when price opened Sunday night, we were up here. We've dropped Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday was, well, that was the doji candle, so we didn't have much range on Wednesday. Today's Thursday. Thursdays can be known for reversal days, so we'll see if we get a push to the upside today. And I'm going to pull these along. So areas that price could possibly target for. This is an area here. I'm going to add this as a buy side on the hourly. And I'm just going to throw this on. This is quite a ways up, but you never know. Daily range high. The numbers this morning, the red folder numbers, were quite significant in favor of the Fed, not in favor of the people. So I don't pretend to guess whether the information from the red folder is going to push price higher or lower. I just, I don't even guess what the reaction from the market is going to be. And then we've got our buy side here. And that's the 15-minute. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. Go back to the 1 minute. I want to check ES to see how things are looking this morning on ES, since she is the fund sister. So the org gap is just under 100 points. So as per ICT, there's a 70% chance that price will run for 50% of the org between 9:30 and 10 a.m. But we've been very bullish this morning. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes when price is very bullish, it won't come down, it won't fill the org, it'll just, move higher. Okay, so I think we're looking okay. So let's look at ES this morning, see what's happening with ES. I'll just put in some levels, take all these off. I don't spend as much time on the ES, but it is good to put main levels in. So this is my 4 hour. Down to the 1 hour. 15 minutes. Just some levels on ES to watch for. Okay, I think we're basically set and ready for the day. Hey, good morning. Hey, Matthew. Hey, SMA. Yeah, no problem on the chart ran through. I think it's just like good to start your morning at least with some framework. I'm never married to my bias, although, you know, it is nice to start the day with a framework, but I'm not absolutely married to it. I try to react to what the market is showing us at any given time and be able to pivot according to what the market is showing us. Matthew, by the way, I feel your pain on the cold and so. Oh, do you? Oh, good. Oh, yay, a fellow. I was out walking my dog this morning. I get out early in the morning to walk. I had 4 falls this morning. We had some rain yesterday, and there's a slick layer of ice, and then it snowed overnight. And I was just like looking up at the sky before I even knew what was happening. Anyway, so here I am. Good to have another snowbird here. Okay then, guys, so that's pretty much the chart for the morning. I also update my chart between the morning and the afternoon session, and then when market closes, I update anything that needs to be updated. And basically, this is what I trade. I trade the NQ, so I've just kind of narrowed down myself to one instrument to trade and really get to know this instrument really, really well. Oh, you're getting rain and some melting today. Yeah, we had a really melty day yesterday. It felt like spring was in the air, but I think we're getting the next 4 or 5 days, it's going to be snow. I don't mind the snow. I just hate the ice because you can't see it. And a couple of days ago, I took the crampons off my boots. I'm going to put them back on today because I don't want to break a wrist. So, Matthew, what are you looking at? Are you a scalper, day trader, sim trader? What are you interested in? And anybody else who's here? Hey, Trina. Yeah, thanks. No, we're fine. But I was just like, I was so annoyed because I took the spikes off my boots the other day. And I was like, okay. And before I knew it, I was like Bambi on the skating rink, you know, just whoosh. I was gone. Anyway, that's life. Oh, you're new. Okay, so you're learning. Okay, good for you. That's awesome. Somehow I think that I'll be learning for the next 10 years. I think trading is just one of those things that you're constantly learning, right? Which is kind of cool. I really like that, actually. Sticking to just learning order blocks, fair value gaps. Yep, okay. Okay. Well, here you'll see that I like the higher time frames for my framework. So the 4 hour and the 1 hour for me are the higher time frames. The 15-minute is the bellwether. It gives me a sense of kind of where we are. And then I enter on the 1 minute. If I'm in a trade that I think is going to have a nice run to it, I monitor my trade on the 5 minute and sometimes the 15 minute, because I've found for myself, I can only speak for myself, that if I'm watching on the 1 minute, there's so much price action and it's so easy to get, ejected out of a trade before you should, just because, I don't know, you just see some, red candles, or in my case, black candles, and it can throw you off your trade. But yesterday I had a 104-point run in the afternoon, and I monitored it on the 15 minute. And then I just feel very relaxed when I'm monitoring a trade like that on the 15 minute. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. The higher time frames, they give you the objective picture. You don't get lost in the noise. Yesterday morning, I was bearish yesterday morning, and price had moved up at the open, and at around, I think it was 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I felt like it had swept London again, and it kept chopping around, and I took 2 trades to short because a bearish breaker block formed, and the price just was not ready to drop. But I was bearish, so I held on to that belief, and then when I came back at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, price was ready to drop, and it was a beautiful trade. It was like one of those trades that's just worth waiting for. But that's what higher time frame does. It just gives you the true time frame, and it cuts out all the noise that the 5 minute or even sometimes the 15 minute can give you. So hopefully, Matthew, you were able to follow along how we get the opening range gap here. We look at the settlement price yesterday at 414. So if I drop down here, I go to my regular trading hours, down to the 1 minute. And we want to look at where price finished the 414 candle. Okay, so here, if we look at the last candle, at the bottom you can see the time down here, and it's 16:14. I use the 24-hour. Okay, so that's the settlement price, and then when we go back to the electronic trading hours, we take that settlement price and mark it on our chart down here, and then we're going to draw our opening range gap up to the start of today's opening price. Now I just drop it on here. That's what my orange boxes are. My orange boxes are always opening range gaps. Hi, Ilovino 3, joining from Germany. Oh, awesome. I'm learning to trade the opening with opening range gap candle after 5 minute. I'm trading the earnings from yesterday. Okay, NVIDIA. After 5 minutes, I enter at the 1 minute. I'm looking at NTNX, AMBA, and VST. Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm not familiar with those ticker symbols. I guess you're trading either stocks. Are you trading stocks, or are those? I don't think those are futures, are they? Anyway, let us know if you're trading futures, stocks, or options this morning. I have a private group that I trade with, and we're called Pi Trading, and we've been trading together for 2 years now, I think. And it's just a private group on WhatsApp, and we've all been through a couple of courses together, and we've been studying ICT for 14 or 15 months. So there's a lady in our group from Germany. She's a banker. She trades with us. Anyway, it's good to have you this morning. Thanks for joining us. Stocks after earnings. Okay. This morning, what I like to trade in the mornings, couple of things I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 5 minute candle. So it's the 5 minute opening candle strategy. So I take the opening price, the high and low of the 5 minute candle, and then I wait for either side to be broken, and that for me is my scalp. I use my ICT knowledge to give me a sense or a framework of whether price is going to be bullish or bearish, and that helps me in taking the trade, that scalping trade. So that's number one, what I'm looking for in the morning. And pink waving. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for this morning. And then if I'm not confident or I don't see a trade shaping up on that strategy, then I'm looking for a 5-minute break of structure, either to the upside or the downside, and then an entry off a fair value gap or an order block to go long. So those are my two things that I'm looking for in the morning. I love to approach the charts every morning with a sense of I may not find a trade today. And so I never come to the charts feeling like I need to find a trade this morning. If price gets away from me and I miss the move, I simply wait, and I wait for the reversal. And usually the reversal happens like in the afternoon. And one of my signature trades is the ICT reversal. So those are my 3 major strategies that I trade. This is not a signal service. I won't be signaling anything. I think that we can all learn from each other no matter what we're trading, but don't look to me for signals, and certainly you're better off trusting yourself than trusting anybody else. So I just encourage you as a trader to develop your own style, your own skill based on what you see in the chart, because we can all see different things in the chart. Ask 10 of us right now what we're looking at. We're all looking at, different things. So trading is like being an artist. You just see things. So it's 9:25. We've got a nice size gap here. We've been above midnight all evening. See how here's this vertical line midnight, and here is the true day open down here at 21,171. So this tells me that price is going to go bearish, or there's a good chance that price is going to go bearish. Okay, so if you ICT is it's a very popular style of trading, and the trader is Michael Huddlestone. He's probably one of the best traders in the world, in my opinion. There's some people that don't like his style, but if you go onto YouTube and search for his YouTube channel, he has about 500 videos of every type of strategy that he has. He's a wonderful teacher. He's an amazing mentor, and I've been studying him for the past 16 months full-time. I've studied his strategies full-time. Hey, Trina, back testing this week, so I'll watch you live later today. Okay, Trina, that's great. I'm going to be trading, or I'm going to be tape reading live in the mornings. If I have a great trade, I won't be back in the afternoon. If I don't have a trade, then I come back at about 1 o'clock or 1:15 to see if I can find a setup in the afternoon, which would be like a reversal for me. So Ilovino, that's what ICT is. You should check him out because he's really, well, again, it's just in my opinion. He's one of the more well-known traders. Not everybody likes him, but I like his style of trading, and I call it the PhD of candlestick action. Okay, so it's 9:27. I'm going to adjust my opening range gap here, and I'm going to put on a Fibonacci. So here's my 50%. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning. Okay, so I'll get a little quiet once the market opens. So that's just what I do as I'm looking for a possible trade. I'm also going to be marking the first fair value gap that forms on the chart this morning. And according to ICT, that's an area that price will want to return to throughout the day and even throughout the rest of the week. So you can see I have my first fair value gap from Tuesday on here, and I have them in gray. Thanks, Heat Trader. You too. Okay, team. Don't know if anyone is still here. Sorry, I'm really, really quiet when the market opens. I apologize for that. I think it's a skill to be able to trade, tape read, live, and be able to talk at the same time, and I'm not there yet. So if you guys got any value out of this time together this morning, I would appreciate if you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. Just kind of my next level is developing a community that I think we can learn from each other and share from each other. I currently trade with Pi Trading, and we're an international group. We have traders from all over the world, Vietnam, Germany, not Zimbabwe, Australia, Germany, France. Anyway, we're from all over the world, so I'm really proud of the community that we are growing. Does anyone want just a quick recap on why I was pretty sure we were going bearish? Does anyone want me to just kind of review that now? Would that be helpful? And I'd like to know if anyone else had the sense that price was going to go bearish. If you could just drop in the comments so we can all learn from each other, that would be great. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate that. Okay, as you can see, once the trades started to develop, I think it's important to just kind of go over what the heck happened this morning. Okay, so I'm going to take us back to the 1 minute chart, and I'm going to show you what I was looking at. The past 4 days, the 4 consecutive days that were bearish this week and last week, price swept London before market opened on all of those days. That is something to really be aware of. So if we go back on the 15-minute here, you can see this morning that we swept London, and this is something that you should be watching for. Anytime we sweep London pre-market, that is the market tipping its hat that it's likely going to want to go lower. The second confluence for me is that when you draw your vertical and horizontal line, I call it midnight at midnight, if price is above midnight for most of the overnight trading, so you can see here that we were, here's our midnight. Let me make this really nice and big for all of you to see. When we are trading at above midnight for most of the overnight, we can expect to see that price is going to drop below midnight during the New York session. And you don't have to take my word for it. Do your back testing and go and take a look, and you can see that that is a high probability clue that if we are trading above midnight, so we want to sell above midnight and we want to buy below midnight. So go back and take a look at the last month, midnight at midnight, and you'll see that. So that to me was confluence number 2. Confluence number 3, let's go back to the 1 minute. Confluence number 3 is we had our fair value gap from Tuesday on our chart. That's an ICT teachable moment. And price kept returning to it. And look this morning, pre-market, rejection, rejection. Peaked a little bit over here. ICT calls it the Mohawk, where it just goes a little bit above, but immediately came back down. This fair value gap, our SIBI here, we broke below it, we tapped back into it, it became an inverted fair value gap. That was my decision to go short. Another confluence is that we have the opening range gap. So long as the opening range gap is less than 100 points, around 100 points, we can expect the gap to fill to the 50% mark between 9:30 and 10 a.m. in the morning. That is an ICT strategy. When I saw this inverted fair value gap, plus a 70% chance as per ICT that this ORG would fill to the 50% level, and I think you saw that initially I had put my stop loss at the 50%. And then price was just so strong, we call it in our trading group, we call it the limousines traveling downtown. So once those limos started traveling downtown, that was very, very strong bearish. And then because this morning we'd done our homework, we'd done our work about putting our levels on our charts. Just take this off here for a second. Here's my lowest level. Let's go back onto the 5-minute here. It's easier to see. We've got Asia low, which price could go down and sweep, and then we have these lows, the buy side down here. So that is the benefit of putting your higher time frame areas on your chart before the market opens, and just to keep these areas updated on your chart throughout the day. Okay, so the higher time frames are never going to steer you wrong. That's what we were looking for. Anyway, I was pretty content with my trade this morning. I probably could have stayed in it longer because I do think there's a high probability we're going to go down to here. But sometimes you just have to be content with enough. I don't want to be that trader that has a great trade and then says, oh, if I'd only stayed in it longer, it would have been $5,000. It just, you know what? Sometimes you just, you need to be kind to yourself. Trading is it's one of the toughest things that you can do in your life. And you just need to be kind to yourself, whether it's a loss or whether it's a good trade. And I think the other important thing is not to get emotional about your trading. You can win, have a great day, go out, get yourself lunch, take your dog to the pet shop and get him a nice chew bone today. But if I had a loss today, as long as I had managed that properly with risk management, as long as I stick to my trading rules, I can't be unhappy about that. In trading, we're going to have losses, we're going to have wins, but at the end of the day, we want our losses to be greater than our wins, and if we can manage that through proper risk management strategy, then we're going to be profitable traders. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for this morning, and I hope everyone here got some value. So please share, like, and subscribe. I'll be here every morning at 8:50. I'm going to go through the exact same thing every morning. We're going to set up our chart. We're going to look for the key levels. And then my opening strategy is the same every single morning. So, okay, guys, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.